Hi, my name is Professor Dr. Debaroti Haldar, and in this session, we are going to discuss about person and personality. This is a subject from legal research and methods, but this session will be useful for all of you to understand about who is a person, whether it is a natural person or it is a juristic person, what is the status of the personality, etc. First, let us understand who is a person. A person is an individual who has own thinking, that is, cognitive power. He has got rights or she has got rights that are given by the state and not by non state entities, but these rights must be given by some recognized authority, that is, the state. He or she has got some duties towards fellow human beings, animals, environment, and to the state. He or she can sue, that is, file a case against other in the courts of law, and can be sued, that is, others can file a case against him. As we do get to see, a person can be a natural person or as a legal person. A natural person, again, can be children or adults, irrespective of their gender. Legal persons are those persons which does not have the biological life, but they have a legal life. Let's understand who is a natural person and who is a legal person. As we just discussed, a natural person is any human being. Please remember, this is not an animal. Natural person must be a human being. It can be child or adult, and every natural person has individual personality. As we just discussed, they have got some rights, duties, and their rights, duties, or liabilities can pass over to their legal heirs. We must remember natural persons may die a biological death. On the contrary, legal person, who are also known as juristic persons or artificial persons, can have a legal life. Say, for example, a company, state, temples, God, organization, or institutions who are run by a board of persons can be a legal person or a juristic person or an artificial person. Again, animals, plants, environment, including rivers, mountains, etc., they all can be legal person or juristic persons or artificial persons. As we do understand, legal persons are not natural persons. Any legal person is represented by adult natural persons who are authorized to represent legal persons. Legal persons can sue and be sued, but through their representatives, that is, the natural persons. Legal persons, in case of animals, etc., can have biological death and they can cease to exist, especially in case of any company, state, etc. And especially in case its board of directors, governing body, trusteeship council, etc., decide to cease to exist, that legal person or juristic person can actually have a legal death. Let's now understand about personality. We all know personality is a psychological trait that decides the maturity level, understanding power, decision making power, and individuality of any human being as well as of a legal person. There are different types of personality. For example, for natural person, it can include maturity level, emotions, understanding of rights and duties, understanding of obligations by own cognitive power, etc. For example, as we can see, a child below the age of 7 years may not have maturity level. Therefore, criminal liability may not be applicable to a child. Emotions, for example, an insane person might not have emotions like a sane person. But in case of legal or juristic personality, personality is different. The status in legal understanding, that is power to take independent decisions through governing body, etc., are provided this legal or juristic personality is represented by a board of persons who are natural persons. The legal or juristic personality or persons can be represented through the natural persons who have got their own legal personality, that is, the maturity level to take some legal decisions, enter into contract, or, for example, to sue a person or be sued, that is, to defend themselves, etc. Generally, legal persons do not have cognitive power to understand obligations by itself unless it is being represented by natural persons. Now let us understand the status, that is, the personality status as well as the legal standard of some persons. We will start with status of unborn person. First question comes is, unborn person, can this be considered as a natural person or as a legal person? Unborn person is a human fetus conceived in the mother's womb. Therefore, unborn person is not a complete natural person. It is a type of legal person as long as it is not born. But remember, the moment the fetus is born, that means the fetus turns into a just born baby, it can become a natural person. However, there are certain rights to the unborn person. These rights include right to be born, right to nutrition, right against abortion as per domestic laws of different countries. It's very interesting to understand that unborn child has got some rights, but can an unborn child inherit the property? Answer is no. Itself it cannot because it is not yet born, but parents or relatives can decide to convey the property to it before birth, but it does not provide complete right to inherit the property. It is just a promise. This will not be a real right unless the child is born live. Unborn child cannot fully own the property. That means in the name of the unborn child, no property can be sold or bought. Unborn child cannot buy, sell, mortgage property. Next is, does an unborn child enjoy diplomatic immunity, state immunity? Again, the answer is no, because unborn child is not fully natural person. It is neither a fully juristic person. It is not a born person. Hence, unborn child may not get a diplomatic immunity. What is a diplomatic immunity? That means some states will be giving some immunity to certain kinds of official designations. Say, for example, the president, he or she may not need a visa, or for example any other soldier or the body of the soldier, etc. These will be passed through certain diplomatic levels. Again, if we consider about state immunity, in that case also unborn person may not get some state immunity, but still then unborn person will be getting certain kinds of rights. Unborn child cannot have any criminal liability, but if the mother of the unborn child is held guilty for any criminal liability, she cannot be given death punishment and rigorous imprisonment that will harm the unborn fetus. Here we can say that the unborn child may enjoy certain kinds of immunity but only when it is in the womb of the mother. Section 382 of the present Indian Penal Code says if a woman sentenced to death is found to be pregnant, the High Court shall order the execution of the sentence to be postponed and may, if it thinks fit, commute the sentence to imprisonment for life. This is very well explained through Nalini's case. Nalini was one of the convicted person for our ex-Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. But it was found that Nalini was pregnant. Therefore, Nalini was not given death punishment. Now let us understand about the status of a dead person. Dead person is a natural human being who is biologically declared dead. So dead body of the person becomes a legal or juristic person because there is no life in the body of the person who is now dead. However, dead body of a human being has got certain rights. Say for example, right to be cremated with respect. Dead body cannot enter into a contract, cannot inherit the property. Therefore, in such case, dead body or a dead person may not enjoy the rights of a natural person, but neither of a juristic person. Dead person's legal rights are passed on to its legal heirs, and dead body can sue and be sued, but only through the representatives who are the natural person. For example, if a person has died in custody of the police due to custodial torture, that person cannot come back to sue the government or to sue the police officers. It can only be done through his or her legal heirs. Again, can a dead person inherit property? Of course not. Property rights over a movable or immovable property passes on to its legal heirs. If that dead person was having some property, it can be self-acquired property or it can be inherited property. Can a dead person enjoy diplomatic immunity? Generally, no. But if the state so decide, for passing his dead body to other state or for permitting his last rites as a diplomatically immune person, then the dead person can enjoy certain diplomatic immunity. What about the legal liabilities? All legal liabilities may pass over to legal heirs and estates if it is created. However, it is necessary to understand about estate. It is a legal entity which includes the assets and liabilities that are managed by the executors. So, the estate executor may be liable to distribute the property as per the will of the dead person and execute legal liability for banks, governments, and companies. What we get to see here, the dead person becomes equal to the juristic persons whose property, etc., are now being managed by the natural persons. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the session. Do let me know. Thank you again.